Hello, I'm Matt Kelly with EnviroClean in Fresno, California, and today we're going to go over proper use and maintenance of the GenEon InstaFlow system. When we first walk up to the unit to use it, on the right side there is an on-off button. We should always turn the unit off when we are not using the unit. When we first turn the unit on, Sanitizer is selected. This is the only product that is not pre-programmed, which means we can change the strength of this unit by pushing the level button in the center of the unit. When we have Sanitizer selected and there are no lights on the low, medium, or high level, this means we are running water through the unit, which is good to do at least once a week, so we rinse the back of the unit out and clean out all the valves. When we push the level button once, this is a low level sanitizer. This is going to be a no rinse sanitizer for food grade surfaces. When we push the button twice, it's going to select a mid-level sanitizer, which is going to be good 90% of the time. When there's no outbreaks, when there's no viruses in most areas, this is what we're going to want to use. During flu season, we always want to be on the high level. If there's a virus outbreak, if there's an epidemic or a pandemic, if it's the cold and flu season, we always want to run on high level because this is going to make the highest level sanitizer for us to go apply to the classrooms or any room with our misting foggers. We always want to make sure when we select these products, we want to use the flat spot of our fingers. The heavy duty is the next product in line. It is pre-programmed at the middle level. We cannot change the strength of this product. The heavy duty cleaner is also going to be used as a degreaser. When we select glass, it is going to be on the low level and it is also preset. We cannot change the strength of this product. Glass cleaner is going to be an all-purpose cleaner, and that means for any surfaces we can mop with it, we can wipe with it, and we can also clean windows with it. We're going to go back to the sanitizer right now because that's the main product we're going to be using. There are two ways to use it. We can use it through a bottle fill, which comes out of the valve on the left, or we can go to a large tank fill. And this is going to be a large reservoir, so we can hold 35 gallons of pre-made product, so people do not have to start the unit to fill up bottles and jugs. They can go directly to the tank, know that this product is ready to be used, and fill any devices, any sprayers, misters, mop buckets that they may need to use. When we do use the bottle fill, we want to make sure that the valve is in line with the hoses. If the valve is in line, that means product is flowing. If the valve is at a 90-degree, that means there is no product flowing. So we're going to open the valve to our bottle fill station. We want to make sure that our sanitizer is selected. We want to make sure that we are on high because we are in a pandemic right now. And we can go ahead and push the start button. What we are looking for when product is flowing is that the flow meter is anywhere from 2.4 to 3.0, and this is liters per minute. The other thing we're looking for is that this A meter, this is amps. When we were on the sanitizer mode, the amp meter should be between 23 and 26. So what happens when this happens is the unit went above 25 amps, so it has a safety shutoff so it does not burn anything up. We know that the safety shutoff happened because it's flashing 26 in the amps. We have the on-off flashing all three lights simultaneously, not running in a circle, and also the overload button, which is an A with a lightning bolt and it says OV load, is flashing at us. If this happens, we shut the unit off so none of the lights are flashing, and then we start the unit again. Now that the line is going in an order, we know that product is flowing. What we're looking for is this amp meter, like I said earlier, to stay between 23 and 25. Typically, once it overcharges once, it will not overcharge again, and the unit will run fine. So with every GenEon unit that we install, we supply a user guide which gives you proper use of the unit, proper maintenance of the unit, and proper mixing of all the catalysts. This will be mounted close to your InstaFlow, so anyone using it has access to it. So you'll notice on the GenEon InstaFlow, in between the product selection and the product strength, there are several indicator lights. Starting from the bottom, F low, it's going to flash, and it's going to flash this light green if our flow meter gets below 1.6 meters per minute. The F high is going to indicate if our F meter is 3.2 liters or higher. It will automatically shut itself down because the flow is either too high or too low, and it'll flash F low or F high. If that happens, we can fix that by simply twisting this key to unlock the door. And there's a valve inside this unit. If we turn it counterclockwise, that opens the valve more, which will increase the flow. If we turn it clockwise, that will actually decrease the flow. The next indicator light is an A with a lightning bolt, and it says OB load. This light will activate and shut the unit down when the amp meter gets above 25 amps or more. It will automatically shut itself down. The next one is a C charge. That is an optional item that does not come with the units we install. And the last item is going to say tank high. So this light will indicate when this tank is completely full and the float switch is activated, it will flash red at you so you know tank is high. What we need to do to fix this issue is just take around a half gallon of product out of the storage tank, and that will eliminate our tank high indicator light. The final step we're going to go over is once we've used the GenEon InstaFlow wall mount charging station to make our sanitizer, whether we went through the bottle fill or if we filled up our bulk solution storage tank, when we are done making the sanitizer, it is very important to rinse the unit out. Because what happens is this is just a saline solution, which is salt water. If we let this product sit in the line for a period of time, what will happen is the water will evaporate and we are left with sodium crystallization through the lines and through the back of the unit. In order to prevent this from happening, what we want to do when we are done making our sanitizer, we want to make sure sanitizer is selected. We want to make sure that we are on high. And then what we're going to do is unscrew and remove the cap from the electrolytes, and we want to place it in a jug of water. And we want to push start. Initially, you will see the amp meter rise because there is still electrolytes in this line. What we are looking for is this amp meter to drop drastically. Once this starts to drop, it should start off around 23. Once it hits 3, we can just go ahead and shut the unit off. That means we have water ran through the back of the unit, so there will be no crystallization going on. This process usually takes around 30 seconds. Once the amp meter has dropped drastically, we can go ahead and shut the unit off with the switch on the right-hand side and reinstall our catalyst hose into our electrolyte bottle. So since we've rinsed the line, there is now water through the whole system. So what this means is before we use it next time, we want to make sure our bottle is selected for our bottle fill, and we want to start the unit and run it so we rinse the water out of the line. It's going to take around 30 to 45 seconds. Once we see the amp meters start to rise, we can then fill our bulk fill, or we can put this hose into the buddy jugs that we are filling up. The other two products, the glass cleaner / all-purpose cleaner and the heavy-duty cleaner / degreaser, do not need to be rinsed because these are not a sodium-based product, so they will not build calcium in the line.